My name is Ellie Erickson. I'm a senior and I am Mary Poppins in the upcoming spring musical. I've been in theater for 6 years. My first musical was when I was in 6th grade and I was in The Music Man. I chose to do theater because I love being a performer, and anything that could have incorporated singing is something I would want to be involved in. Singing is my absolute favorite thing to do. And so when I discovered that I could be on stage and do all this fun stuff and sing at the same time, it just seemed too good to be true. My favorite play that I've done was last year's one act, which was Murder in the Knife Room. So it was a spoof off of Clue. And I played Brainless Model, and I just can relate to her in a lot of ways. Because I see a lot of myself in her, because she just says whatever. And it was really fun, and it was a smaller cast due to COVID, and I just really appreciated that because we all became super close. Just being an entertainer. I love making people laugh, because when you're a funny character and you get a laugh line from the audience, it is literally the best feeling in the world, because you're like, oh yeah, they like me. And so I would just have to say everything about it, and just being an entertainer and being part of something that people look forward to come and see. The lights are so bright you can't see the audience. And so sometimes when you're up there, you forget that you're actually performing for people. Because obviously if you come downstage, you can see people. But when you're in the moment, you're doing all this stuff, you kind of forget about the audience and you're just doing what you do best. Johnny Depp is my favorite actor of all time. He is so cool. And I would say I look up to him because he takes each character he's ever played in a completely different direction, and he puts his own spin on things, and that's what I aspire to do as well, instead of just playing Mary as Julie Andrews did, or as the London Broadway woman did. I don't want to do that, and I just want to put my own spin on it. I don't know her name, so put my own spin on it and just do what I think Mary would do. We definitely have tradition, but for musical, it's especially, we just stick to it and we do it. We do warm-ups before each show. We do tongue twisters, all that kind of stuff. And we pray before it. People can choose if they want to be involved or not. If they're not, no big deal. But for musical, the things that our past director, Mr. Brick, instilled in us, we continue to do, just because he was such a big part of our lives, and he's not dead, he retired. So, sorry if that was confusing. But, so we just keep the tradition, especially for musical, just because it does have a lot more people who do different things. Definitely warm-ups and the prayer, and we do songs too, which is fun. Last year's fall play was called All in the Timing, and it was a show full of vignettes, so they're just different skits combined into one show. And I had one scene partner, so it was me and Ty Stefani, and our skit was, I was the shy girl and he was a con man, and he created this universal language called Unamunda, and so the entire skit, we were speaking a different language, and so many of the cue words were the same to get onto a different section of it. And so we were going through, I hit a cue word, and then I went back, and then we were uh-oh. And this was during a performance. And so I hit that cue word, and then I went back to where it was previously, and we just kept going. And then Ty skipped to where we should have been, and then we kept going. And these poor people in the back had to be silhouettes of a clock. And so they were literally standing with like their arms up. And that hurts after a really long time. And our skit was already the longest. And so I felt really bad for them. But what can you do? I am going to pursue theater, so I'm going to go to USF. I'm going to study criminal justice and psychology, and I will be involved in choir and theater still. I'm not going to major in any of the two, but I'm still going to be involved because I just love them too much to not. Especially for musical, we have a lot more people auditioning, and so it's people who, even some people I haven't met. And so meeting them for the first time, and they come from, different sports, different activities, like a bunch of different kids coming together for this one thing. And so you definitely have to, be kind, get to know them, be their friend. Even if you butt heads a little bit, you still have to be respectful because there's nothing worse than drama inside of drama, if that makes sense. Because we are all together for a significant period of time. And so it's just, being kind, talking to someone who hasn't done a show before, especially if you're a vet. I remember my freshman year, I literally hated the musical because none of the upperclassmen would talk to me, and I thought it was something I was doing wrong. And so I know myself and just the other seniors and even juniors and sophomores, we really strive to get to know everyone, especially the little kids, because they're scared. We're the big kids to them, and they're not with their parents, and so we just try to make this a home away from home. And so hopefully we've been doing a good job of that. I am genuinely looking forward to just all of it. I'm really looking forward to flying, though. I think it's going to be terrifying because I'm scared of heights, and I have not told Mrs. Sittig that. So, shh. But it's going to be great. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see other people fly. Ryan does flips in the air. That's going to be so cool. And I'm excited to tap dance. I'm so not coordinated. And so when our costume lady told me I was getting tap shoes, I was thrilled. And I'm very excited. Honestly, just being the lead role. It's really weird because I've had, significant roles before. Not every role is significant, but I'm just saying like a title character, but this is my first time having, I'm the title, and it's weird. And especially it's just like every dance number, and I don't want to sound egotistical, but it is blocked around me, and I'm in the middle of everything. And at like the end of stage pictures, I'm in the middle and I'm center stage, and it's really strange, to be honest, but it'll be good. We're both extremely blunt, and we just kind of say what we're thinking, and we're just to the point. And I think I have a lot to learn from her because she's very patient with the kids and other people. She strives to be a good example, and which I am hopefully doing. I don't know how successful I am at that, but yeah.